close friends mentioned a problem he's been having with his printer, and this is a problem I've consistently had. And I wanted to make a video addressing how to fix this problem. I've come across this several times, and it has to do with the heating of the printer. So if you had a problem with thermal runaway or other heating problems, this video is for you. In theory, the thermal runaway error should be really nice, especially when it's to stop something like this. So this is a picture that someone added to Reddit, and he jokingly asked with it what he could have done differently, or what there is to fix with his print. I love the comments and what people said to help him with his computer. Like, try leveling the bed correctly. Try printing a bit faster. 0 millimeters a second may be too slow for that filament. Don't leave your printer in the oven for too long. Wipe it down with some isopropyl and put on wipe it down with some isopropyl and put a little grease on the rails. That generally solves most problems. If your print looks a bit stringy, try to adjust retraction length and speed. And of course, the one I've tried multiple times, try to turn it off and on again. Now these comments are fun and all, but in this video I'm here to prevent and fix the thermal error. So I'll be addressing this problem on the ANA AA+, but the heating mechanism is pretty similar all across. As long as you are looking at these aspects, you should be able to figure it out with your own printer. So I'm going to raise the Z-axis so we can get a better look at the nozzle and the heating element. So here's the nozzle of my printer. Definitely looks a lot uglier from the bottom. I definitely will have to clean that up. But the things right here, you can see that this is the heating element right here, coming in. And right next to this is the sensor. This is what senses the heat and tells the printer how hot it is. Now, one of the easiest mistakes is this sensor can fall out. If the screws are not tight enough, my screws are right down here. So on the bottom of this printer, if this is not tight enough, this heating element will move, and often can move with the temperature changing, because metal changes size based on temperature. So I noticed that this is actually looser when the print is heated up. So if this moves slightly out, then the sensor will tend to move out too. And if the sensor falls out, the printer thinks it is cold and will continue to try and heat it up even though it's hot. So there are several printers that have a thermal runaway error that detects that when it is putting a lot of current into here and it's not raising heat. And that's when we get the error and it shuts off everything, which is really nice because if you get the thermal runaway and there's no error to stop it, your printer can look like the one in the picture and it can burst into flames, which we do not want. So the first thing you want to look at is you want to make sure that your sensor is all the way in. The next thing is you want to make sure that things are tightened all around so that way this the heating element does not come out. Now this is a thing that I check regularly, making sure that everything is snug, especially when I'm about to do a big print, because I hate for me to have a 12 to 24-hour print to be ruined halfway through because the sensor popped out and the printer got confused of what the heat was. So this problem is actually a pretty easy one to fix. You want to make sure that everything's being heated and everything's being censored too. As long as the correct temperature is being read everywhere, we should not have any problems with the heating of the printer. And your printer will not turn out like the one we saw earlier in this video. Now, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Comment down below if you can think of any other problems that you'd like me to address.